Today, we're disappointing friends, family, and God. That's right, I'm playing Teemo. But this isn't just your regular damage over time, deadly shrooms Teemo. This is AD building on-hit Teemo. So let's just get into a game and... Brilliant. Okay, as I was saying, we're starting off with a strategy inspired by Pianta. Teemo jungle. After a blazing fast first clear, I hop up with the bot lane, although I may have been a little too eager to jump in. To get my confidence up, I start fighting Drake very slowly. To help me not fall asleep, the enemy mid laner comes in to stand vaguely near us and not really do anything. Then Sylas jumps in, regrets it, and doesn't really do anything other than just leave. So yeah, safe to say I'm intimidated by these guys. The synergy between me and Vex just doesn't end. I go to help her out of a rough situation and that was just a complete and utter waste of time. I spot Ryze out in the open and now I've got him dead to rights. No, it's not because he just stepped on a shroom, he's already half health and he's the only person on their team who's far behind enough for me to actually be a threat. It's because of my innovative build and optimal Teemo mechanics. All of this auto damage and people are still getting chunked by mushrooms? Well, maybe pebbled would be more accurate. A team fight happens and it turns out that Sylas with Vex's ult is actually pretty strong. Not strong enough to fight me unscathed though. Whoa, you're going in? I don't think that's worth it, buddy. Oh my god, she's... What?! While me and Darius aren't doing great separately, together we're a force to be reckoned with. I baited Sylas to pull himself in, only for Darius to pull him even further. We shred down his admittedly small health bar, and Tahm Kench can't dive in fast enough to save him. Despite the fish's tankiness, he doesn't last long against us. I gank mid, and after a brief skirmish, we get Ryze very low. Sylas sees us and thinks he can pad his KDA, but unluckily for him, I'm not your regular Teemo. After bringing him back to reality, Ryze shows up. He had teleported behind us while on just a few hundred health, so we show this fake faker, well that's a bad idea. After all that, and me taking Scuttlecrab from right under his nose, Ryze is annoyed and he goes on the offensive. Does he really think he can kill me? Me? Well that's because he absolutely can, however I managed to escape, so who really came off better here? We're taking Dragon while Sylas subtly foreshadows his arrival. After securing the Drake, I start attacking the nearest target and that actually goes pretty well, until I start thinking I can fight Sylas. Turns out my Jhin imitating KDA doesn't really hold up, and I guess I decided that I'd rather die to Ryze than Sylas. Me and Vex chase down this overextended Nautilus. Well that was a mistake. We're taking out a current and a fight breaks out. Nautilus ult results in me knocking up my entire team and hey, I'm playing Teemo, I legally have to annoy as many people as possible in each game. I actually managed to make it out of this one with my life, so even though this fight went badly, I'm counting it as a win. What? I make the mistake of walking into a bush, but luckily my team is there to help out. Unfortunately, I'm with the Avengers rather than the Pre-Vengers. What the f happened? Oh, huge! Please have an ability up. Please. Oh, I haven't seen my top laner for about 15 minutes. Let's see what this guy's been cooking. Yes. He's still alive! Oh my god, these guys cannot dodge a Q sweet spot to save their lives. He's still alive. Smolder is evidently not strong enough. Tahm Kench lets me put this build's tank shredding capabilities on full display. It's a real blink and you'll miss it moment. As in, blink and you'll miss the part where I do any damage. Turns out going full AD doesn't actually help much against a tank with heart steel, steel caps and 2 armor items. Seriously, taking out this guy is tougher than convincing 99% of people to subscribe to my channel. Hint hint. Okay, wow, he took a while to die. Now it's time for us to show off our survivability. That's super duper unfortunate. I sneakily steal Scuttlecrab and Nautilus is not happy. He's walked right into our trap. Our very slow killing, unintimidating trap. I see a friend in trouble and rush in to make this a 2v2. Finally a fair fight. That's until we start playing Smash Bros because turns out everyone is here. Okay, that game didn't go too well, but I think maybe if we go for something a little bit more classic, this could actually work. So, bot lane it is. An attack speed building marksman is bound to do well here. It's a classic pick. After some time farming, we start a fight. I guess these bot laners aren't used to playing around Set early because we won this pretty easily. Set did get the kill, but to be fair, he did pretty much everything here. Yuna comes back with a vengeance and we're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Literally. But yeah, we managed to get out. And somehow I got Yuna's barrier. I'm on my way back to lane and Set's in trouble. I rush in to help, blinding Yunara and getting some decent damage down. Just when I think I can make this into a 1-for-1, Malphite comes back. Thankfully, my jungler was in the vicinity, so she could watch us die, and then just inexplicably join us at Grey Screen City.
My god.
Luckily, the enemies stuck around and we managed to get a kill back, so it turns out literally nobody is playing well today. That is other than the set, of course. He hits a big engage, stunning both opponents and nearly can swoop in for a double kill. I haven't actually built very much damage yet, so I'm glad she was here. I just hope Yasuo doesn't see this build and sue for copyright. Am I crazy, or is this actually working? Turns out that in a lane where a majority of the damage comes from auto attacks, being able to blind people is actually very useful. Also, did you know that Teemo's blind lasts for 3 seconds at level 5? I go to help set with a skirmish and I start shooting Leona for basically no reason. I turn my attention to the ADC, but unfortunately Malzahar's roamed down, sealing our fate. I did manage to take out Yunara though.
Hints of movement?
Yep.
Oh.
Ignore that. Instead, check out this character progression. Look, I shoot at the people who aren't going to take 3 business days to die. I don't know why I'm still putting streams down, but you know, let's deal with one problem at a time. Okay, let's try this again with a shockingly similar teamfight. I start by shredding Malzahar, killing him before he can get away and then turning and running because I'm honestly just a little guy and I can't fight this literal mountain. Luckily, Dwayne Johnson doesn't seem to be that interested in me, instead he chases Schrodinger's cougar. Leona jumps in to give Yunara a kill, but I'll remind you that she almost exclusively does damage with auto attacks. But I'm not out of the woods yet, or I guess the jungle yet. Whatever I'm in, I'm trying to get out, and sometimes that means doing it on your own terms.
Good.
A coward's death maybe, but I'm playing Teemo, what did you expect? I go top for the first time this game and it really sinks in that maybe drafting pretty much full AD into a team with 3 tanks wasn't a good idea. Seth throws Sion at me and I take this opportunity to test out my damage. It's actually not bad. I mean, it's not great, but I'm pretty sure he knows I'm there. I'm actually holding my own against Sion here. My blind means you can't take the tower while ignoring me. This Stormer means he's taking tower aggro. It's going so well that the game ends before he can bring it back to reality by just deciding to kill me. Overall, this was actually pretty fun. I'm ashamed to say it, but I enjoyed playing Teemo. If I actually remembered to level my Q and W, then I probably would have done even better. Remember to leave any build suggestions in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, like the video if you enjoyed, and have a nice day.